Prepare to vote.
Tonight, the Spokane City Council passes an emergency ordinance significantly strengthening the city's camping ban. We'll break down how it works. From the courtroom to the basketball court, today a judge ruled that Gonzaga's Tyon Grant Foster is eligible to play for the Bulldogs this season, right before tip-off against Western Oregon.
Cooler temperatures stick around, but we have a couple of chances of rain in the coming days. One of those arrives on Halloween.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. First up tonight, the Spokane City Council passed an emergency ordinance beefing up its camping ban. It's called the Camping and Obstruction Ordinance, and it passed unanimously. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy was at tonight's meeting. He joins us live in the newsroom tonight with more on what the ordinance does and what people are saying about it. Connor?
Well, tonight, every council member admitted the previous camping ban voted on back in June just wasn't working. But the timing of tonight's vote didn't sit well with some members of the community. The ordinance was added to the agenda just hours before the meeting.
Prepare to vote.
In a unanimous vote tonight, council members approved the Safe and Accessible Spaces Ordinance. It gives police officers the discretion and ability to arrest camping violators. The change supported by the president and CEO of the Downtown Spokane Partnership, Emily Cameron, who says the new policy is a welcomed and necessary one.
Downtown desperately needs change, and we need people who feel safe coming downtown again.
Along with the law enforcement discretion, it also makes it illegal to obstruct public property like sidewalks, bridges, and viaducts, and also illegal to sit or lie in entrances or exits to businesses or private property. It also increases penalties for littering and reckless burning to misdemeanors. Cameron says several businesses DSP works with across the city have run into safety and accessibility problems she says this new ordinance will help solve.
We have blocked access to businesses. Residents can't access their doorways, and we've created conditions where the most vulnerable are being preyed upon in our sidewalks.
Every council member tonight spoke before voting on the ordinance, saying it's a step in the right direction. But some community members, like Melanie Perry, say the new ban lacks compassion for people in the community who have no other housing option and are forced to camp.
People do need comfort and care and to be moved to a safe, warm place.
She also spoke against how the vote was added to the agenda, saying it was put on last minute after its discussion in today's Public Safety and Community Health Committee meeting. She says community members didn't have time to learn more about the ordinance or discuss it before voting.
And my friends who watched the afternoon meeting and were around told me that this thing just got added in. It's not on the website. It's not in the agenda. I don't like this process.
Despite the pushback, the ordinance's supporters, including all council members, say it will achieve a balance between public safety and helping the unhoused. Now, the ordinance will also emphasize protecting waterways like the Spokane River, as well as public trees. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you very much. A huge decision for a member of the Gonzaga men's basketball team. After a lengthy hearing today, a Spokane County judge ruled that Tyon Grant Foster is eligible to play another season of college basketball. KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn was in court all afternoon. He joins us live in the studio tonight to break down the decision. Andrew?
Yeah, good evening, Mark. Today's injunction hearing was slated to take an hour and ended up lasting 2.5 hours, but ultimately Spokane County Judge Marla Poland ruled in Grant Foster's favor. The decision landed on 3 key points. First of all was that Grant Foster did indeed possess a heart defect that warranted a disability, and that was being discriminated upon in this case. Second was the fact that due to the 2020 season being voided due to COVID and Grant Foster playing 2 years of junior college ball, as well as missing 2 years due to suffering cardiac arrest, he did have 1 extra year of eligibility. And finally, the judge agreed irreparable harm to Grant Foster's future could come if he was unable to play this season. All in all, it was a big win for Grant Foster and his legal team today.
It meant everything to Tyon. I mean, you know the struggles that he's been through to get here. You know how resilient that he has been and how emotionally difficult it has been to go through this battle. It's been a hard, tough fight. It was a lot to manage in those last 2 weeks. The court made, I think, a really fair ruling on behalf of a young man who needed the protection of the law. And today it just made me proud to be a lawyer.
I was able to practice, but, it's still that what if. I'm here, but still at the same time, it could end tomorrow, And now that weight's off me, it was just like I can sleep, I can go to sleep now, It's just that weight is just I just feel I jump higher. He told me that. So.
What a lot of relief for that young man right there. Now, this verdict also features restitution, which means if the NCAA appeals or stays Judge Poland's order, no punitive damage can come to Gonzaga for any of the wins the team has while Grant Foster is a member of the team. Mark?
Andrew, thank you very much. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. A well-known Spokane businessman died in a small plane crash in Montana over the weekend. To the Spokane community, Dan Arata was the friendly owner of Arata's Automax and RVs and Arata's Mitsubishi. Well, tonight, his wife Nadine is sharing her heartbreak and how he will be remembered.
Just the hole in my heart that he's left. I mean, you don't realize it when you're living with someone, how important they are until they're gone. And here I am, with him gone, I'm just, wow, half of me is gone. I don't even know how to move forward. I don't know how to navigate this.
Nadine says he left Spokane late Friday night, eager to meet up with his brothers and a few friends at a Montana hunting trip. But the plane he was flying crashed before landing. It is not clear what caused the plane to crash. The FAA and coroner continue to investigate. A Boise inmate accused of killing a North Idaho man while on the run from prison last year is now facing a second murder charge. 33-year-old Skylar Mead is now facing 2 counts of murder in the first degree. The new charge involves victim Gerald Henderson. Originally, Mead faced only 1 count for the death of James Money. The prosecuting attorney says a change of venue has been granted, so all court proceedings will now happen in Nez Perce County. The trial is set for March 23rd. A Pullman man accused of blowing a hole in his Military Hill apartment ceiling has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Elijah Reagan entered that plea on Friday in Whitman County Superior Court. Police arrested him last month after the explosion and fire forced roughly 30 people to be evacuated from the apartment building. Reagan faces arson, malicious damage to property, and attempt to elude charges after leading police on a high-speed chase when they caught up with him. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, let's talk weather on this Monday night with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, it's a big week with Halloween just a few days away. A lot of folks keeping a close eye on the forecast.
Yeah, and the next couple of days might be a sign of what is to come. We have a bit of everything headed our way, but believe it or not, temperatures already down in the 30s. We are easily falling below freezing overnight everywhere. It is going to be a cold one as we slowly clear things out. A couple of showers popping up in the mountains right now. That is, I think, a sign of also what you can expect overnight. Few scattered showers, couple of slick spots. I think if you're driving Lookout Pass, 4th of July Pass, you just have to be ready. It's one of those where there's going to be a few slick spots on the road in this weather pattern. Always kind of winds up that way. Nothing of big concern though. Tomorrow, we'll see a few clouds move through. Next band of rain arrives Wednesday. That hits us early in the morning. So Wednesday morning, waking up to those showers. They move up into the mountains by, say, late morning, and then it just becomes scattered showers by Wednesday afternoon. For us, we'll see sunshine Wednesday afternoon after that morning round of showers. 50 degrees tomorrow, 51 on Wednesday, and then temperatures topping out in the 40s on Thursday. But tomorrow morning is a cold one. Be sure to bundle up when you head out the door.
All right, good advice right there. Jeremy, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Coming up tonight, the Washington Department of Natural Resources raising concerns about shrinking budgets and increasing wildfire risk. What the DNR commissioner is saying tonight. And as the government shutdown continues, millions of Americans will soon face losing food assistance. We'll be right back.